Raise your hand if when you pray, you say, but Lord, if it's your will, let it be your way. Raise your hand if you say, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. If you say any type of, like anything you say, anything in your prayer, especially when you're praying about like direction and you're asking God to give you guidance, like you just mentioned, like, Lord, but it has to be your will. But then when it's actually time for his will to prevail, you don't like that, right? So why are we lying? Let's start there. Why are we lying? Because you can't in one tone say, Lord, if it is your will, let it be your way. But then we don't like when it's his way. Like, we don't like his way. What we really want to say is, Lord, if it is your will, let's try to make it mine. What we really want to say is, Lord, if it is your will, let's do it my way though. Like, obviously, I love what you have planned for me, Father. I love, that you have plans to prosper me and not to harm me. I love that, the transgressions and the trials and tribulations of my life have purpose and reasoning, but let's do it my way. Why not? When I first met my husband and we got married and he got a job offer where we live now, the first couple of months we moved here, I was so sad, so depressed, so angry and anxious, because I felt like, God, is this really your will? Like, I'm in isolation right now. I have nobody. I literally have nobody. But I remember a couple months prior, I prayed to God and I said, Lord, I need to get closer to you. Like, I want to be all in for you. I don't want there to ever be confusion or confliction when people see me in the street. Like, when they see me, they see you. When you pray those prayers, you got to be very cautious. Because once I moved here and once I started to get situated and to get settled in, and I started to meet people and I started to build community and I started to go to church and I realized, had I not made that move, I don't know where my relationship with God would have been right now. And I'm not saying that like I was in such a terrible place and I couldn't grow in Miami, but I feel like I had outgrown that season, that stage of my life. Like, it was time. I had the base of everything. Like, the foundation was there. I met Christ in Miami. But in order to learn who he is, in order to continue that relationship and to continue that growth, I could not stay there anymore. What I will say is that, yes, when it comes to God's plan for your life, it's never easy to just accept it full throttle, because you don't know what that looks like. You don't know, like, there's no like a preview reel or something. You literally have to trust him. Can I tell you this? God's plan for you doesn't have to feel good to you for it to be good for you. Let me say that again. God's plan for you doesn't have to feel good to you for it to be good for you. Because he's not a man that he should lie. He loves you. His word says, cast your anxieties onto him because he cares for you. There's things that he's allowing to happen in your life. It's not to hurt you. You think he wants to see you hurt? You think he wants to see you broken? But he wants to show you that he's a healer. He wants to show you that he is the provider. He wants to show you that he fights your battles, that you can lean on him. You don't have to worry about everything else. If he called you to that place, he's going to get you through that. If he called you to it, he's going to get you through it. So trust me, speaking from experience, I was like, Lord, what are we doing and why are we doing it? Even in this season of my life, I'm like, Lord, you made a promise to me. But there's so much more that he has to work out in you before he can give you the promise. Because if you're not stewarding this season properly, how are you going to be able to steward the next one?